This is what happens when you finish a very important element after the last video gets published. Here's our latest progress. So these things here, these are salvage pipes actually. So standard plumbing pipe from a salvage yard. What I did is cut them and then used that delicious bender, which actually did a good job this time, to bend them, and then I've trimmed them off there and there. Now these are going to become part of the seat mounting for this. I've done a bit of a numpty job at the moment here, and I've got a bent piece of flat bar. I've bolted it through either side. Now the reason I've done that is I can bolt this with some strategically drilled holes into this, align that properly, and I'll have the ability to remove this frame when I need to. So next thing is to put some cross pieces here, and we're going to need to build some mountings for the back and do a similar thing to this, except we're going to weld some tabs directly onto this. Right, so after some welding and chopping and all that kind of stuff, we've got some bolts through here, we've got a screw-in section there, we've got our nice fold-up frame, we've got all our mounting points here, and we've welded on some tabs here with some pretty dodgy welds that we're going to clean up later, which are the mounting points for the rear of our seat. So we'll put some bolts through there, and then we can put a seat on the top, put a couple more supports across here, and build a seat. This is a seat off something. Oh, this is a seat off a tricycle. All right, cool. So I'm going to use this for the moment, just as a bit of a mock-up there. So this is what we've got so far. So we're getting to the point of rock. Now my worry is that seat's too high, but I don't care anymore. No, it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll go with that. It's fine. It's fine. After a lot of grinding, we have this getting nearly smooth now. A lot of that's cleaned up, and we've removed all of the junk that was around the front here because we're going to need to build a box. So next up, probably next up is to fill in anything on this and paint the frame. Doesn't look too pretty yet, but what we've done is put a coat of silver on the frame. So this is the undercoat for what we're going to do next. Don't need to worry about that bit because that's going to be inside the box. And yeah, that's it's come out okay. Next step is to put some color on. Now, this stuff is awesome. Gives you a candy red finish, but you need to put it over a silver base coat. Probably use theirs. I didn't because it was cheaper not to. And here we have the end result after the first coat. This finish is very, very cool. It gives you a really awesome candy finish. You do need to do a few coats, but works really well. I'm pretty happy with that. It's a bit dark in here, but we now have the seat frame all painted up, which is looking good, and the other part welded in place, and there's the bottom bracket for it, and here's how it's coming along. Here we go. This is the wooden battery box. Won't have a battery in it yet, but need to fill this in, and then we might fiberglass around it. We'll see how we go.